Hello, wonderful, beautiful people. I hope the Wi-Fi is good enough. If not, tell me. Have you ever considered that being is more than enough to create all the change you've been asking for? Has anyone ever told you or let you know, especially when you grow up, that being and being what you are uniquely is wow, and exactly the ingredients that you require and that the world requires to create miracles? Most of us have not been told, especially when we grew up, that yay you, being you and everything you are is a gift. We have learned to work so hard to create change, haven't we? And it's still promoted everywhere, the dramatics of everything and looking at the problem and looking for a solution and, dragging everything through this reality. And especially, when you work with yourself and when you work with other people, a lot of us have learned to interpret everything we hear, everything we think ourselves and everything other people say. Like, what does it mean when they say this? And then we do it with our friends and we do it with our family, where we constantly look for the meaning of what people communicate. And what if that is not how it has to be? What if this is not what's true for us? What if there's a different way for you to actually be in the world and create change for you and facilitate that change for whoever is asking for it? And what if facilitating change is not just done in sessions or the classes you facilitate, but what if you are a facilitator on legs, a walking, talking facilitator, when you are together with your family, when you're in the supermarket, anywhere you are? What if you see yourself as the change bringer? Not in the way that you have to bring change because that is your job, which is a lie. Thinking that us bringing change is a job we have to do implies that we don't have choice, which is a lie. You always have choice. So what if you having the capacity to bring change doesn't mean you have to bring change everywhere you go? Because if you think you have to bring change wherever you go, wow, boy, do I have to tell you what that means? What that is for your body, what that does to your finances. Ouch, what that does to all your creations. Yes, I am sure you know what I mean. And if not, tap into what you know about what you have been doing to yourself and using your own capacities against yourselves, rather than going, okay, wait a second, I have these capacities to bring change. And if you don't know, ask, truth, do I have capacities to create change? Yeah, check. Is it a yes or is it a no? If you get a yes, what if you just for a moment acknowledge that, relax into that awareness, and go, so what are the infinite possibilities for me to use my capacities to facilitate change for me, for my life, for my body, for my finances, for all the creations that I'm capable of? And one of the elements, there's a lot, okay, so one of the elements that a lot of us different beings, different creatures have been doing, having a capacity to create change for us, having a capacity to create change in our presence with other people, wherever we go, whatever we do. And as this has been creating a lot of pain, using those capacities against you, a lot of us have started to hide those capacities, especially from us, so what if you take your capacities out of hiding, especially for you? What would that create, and how much more relaxed could you be in the world? And again, what if you are a change bringer, not because you have to, but because you get to? And this is something that can be fun for you, something that can create greater for you, and it's not tied to other people, because how much is what you choose in your life in all areas tied to other people. Like, how much are you making what you can create with money, with your body, with creations in general? How much are you making this dependent on other people? You know, is it too much for others? Can they receive it? Do they feel envious? Do I have to take them along? And so many other aspects. You know, what if you let that go and open up for you being everything you can be, no matter if other people can be it? And that for me is one big aspect of being pragmatic. Pragmatic means doing what works. And it's something that I have been playing with for a long time. And there's still so much to explore. Because a lot of times when we create change, we look for results. And results are all about judgments. You're like, oh, have I been successful enough? You know, do I have enough money? Do I have enough clients? You know, super boring, right? But we think it's not boring. So how else could you create change for you and those who are truly willing to have it? Because how much have you been bringing change to those who are not willing to have it, that you know need it, that truly need it, but are not willing to receive it, and then it all goes against you? So what if you're willing to bring change to you and those who are willing to have it? Notice the space of that. Is that a bit different or a lot different? Yeah. And so this whole conversation about creating change is something, as I said, that I've been playing with a lot. Also, it started out when I didn't know, like many years ago, when I didn't know what I wanted to do as a job. I had no clue. I was one of those, like, tried every job, did everything. And then one day I asked myself, so what would I like to do? What do I like to create? And I'm like, I would like to create change. I would like to facilitate change. I didn't use that word at the time. I would like to show people, wow, there's something else possible. You know, happiness is a choice, all that stuff. And then I looked for a job that matched that. Did I find one? No. But I thought that me becoming a psychologist would be that. Yeah. So I did the whole education. I worked in child oncology. I worked in psychiatry. And I knew something different was possible. I knew something different was available. So I found the tools of access and I went, wow, this first of all was for me. Because I'm like, okay, I want to be happy, because I cannot do therapy with people, you know, about them being more happy when I'm not happy. That doesn't make sense. So I knew, okay, I have to work with myself. So I used all the tools that I learned in these classes diligently again and again, like so many times every day until something opened up, and then it closed down again because I was around people. I was in the psychiatric office, you know, with a lot of people, and I'm like, oh, how can I be happy and free with all this stuff around me? Some of you have this with your job, some of you have this with your family. And so I'm like, okay, so I know space and East Joint Door is possible. I don't know how to get there, but I know it's possible. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to be on it diligently. And so what I did, I used the tools, and even I had to go to the toilet many times to use the tools to get to that space again. I'm like, I don't know what it takes. I don't care what it takes. I know this is happening. I will choose this. I'm choosing this. And so my life changed completely in all areas, like everything. Every area. And I'm like, okay, so if it works so well on me, what if I apply this with my clients? And so I did. And therapy was a different playground, truly. Like, it was so different for me, because me as a therapist, psychologist, I was so tired every day because I tried to give people change. I tried to give them happiness. I took everything on. So I just slept and slept so much. I'm like, that's not having a life. That's not living. That's having a life. That's not living. And so I went, okay, this has to change. And I did with these tools. Like, it worked for me. I wasn't so tired anymore. I actually had fun working. And the results with my clients were completely different. Oh my goodness. Because it wasn't about giving them change. It started to be about inviting them to know that they have choice. And it was about empowering them not about making them change. And so this changed everything. And so, about pragmatic psychology, I created Pragmatic Psychology, wrote 5 books so far, and this has changed so much. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to be the only one who uses this, with people. So I created an education, because I was looking for an education of a different kind for myself, where it wasn't about following someone else's advices and do this when someone is depressed, do this when someone is anxious, and like constantly going, okay, what do I have to do when someone is depressed? What did the teacher say? What did the textbook say? And then you're all in your head. You're like, let me try to do the right thing, which is like not being present with the person at all. So all of this has changed with this whole new movement of pragmatic psychology. And as I said, I didn't want to be the only one. So I created this education that I was looking for myself, which is called Pragmatic Practitioner. And it's so cool. It's now, for many years, it's this worldwide movement where people are like learning this, and then they're applying this for themselves in their own lives to become as great as they are. And they also apply this in their life with their children, with their relationships, and also with their clients. And some of them work in doctor's offices, some of them are teachers, some of them are parents and use it there, some of them work in kindergartens, some of them work in businesses and use it there. And so it's spreading like wildfire everywhere, and it's really cool. And they also do intros, and it's just wow. So I just wanted to tell you, hey, this is available. There's a different way of going about change for yourself and for your people, whoever they are, or maybe their clients that pay you, or you want to start doing that. A different kind of education where it's also about you as who you are, coming out of hiding, and not needing to be normal, like not needing to be normal when you go, hi world, here I am, because you just going, hi, here I am, with everything you are, not hiding you, not camouflaging you. You might have no idea right now what that actually creates and inspires. It is huge. It's peacock style. Truly, it's like bam, like showing your feathers and going rush, and inspiring the world with your colors. And that's been a huge element for me. Like creating this whole movement with pragmatic psychology and pragmatic practitioner would not have been possible if I would try to be normal. If I would try to be more dramatic instead of pragmatic, and looking for what actually works. And it's a secret ingredient that's not so secret, but people want to make it secret. And there's so many aspects of how this work is different, and there's a lot of videos out there, and 5 books so far, as I said, and a lot of people who are using it and working with this professionally as well. So if you want to learn more about this, welcome to join us. There are many possibilities. There's one-day classes where you don't need prereqs and you can start working with this. And there's also there's also this deeper exploration for those of you who have done an access bars and foundation class. It's like the next level of going, wow, let's go out into the world and create change and facilitate change and let the world know that they have choice, and them being different is a gift, and knowing whatever people present for you with whatever their so-called problem is, you can handle it. You can facilitate any problem to possibilities. Oh yes. And so much more. So there's the 3-day class, and the 3-day class, if you have any access license, it's one of the classes that also counts as a renewal of your bars license, of your body process, and also as for your certified facilitator license. If you need a reason to join, do you really need a reason to join, or do you just know what works for you? But just so you have that information as well. And then there is also a special program Facilitating children and teenagers to greatness, also by Pragmatic Psychology. It's an online program over a couple of weeks, and you don't need any prereqs for that. So, and then we also have events going on with the pragmatic practitioners who are doing Zooms and intros to invite you to something greater, their unique way. So what future are you ready to create and institute and actualize for you? What if you come out of hiding and be the inspiration that you uniquely can be? That if you hide it is a big sadness for the planet. So welcome to join us. I am really looking forward to greater. And by the way, the next Pragmatic Practitioner class is already next week. Well, it's in August, me and dates. And you can join us live in Austria at a beautiful lake. Wow. And online as well. So enjoy the amazingness you are. And what if there's no longer any reason to hold on to wrongness and no need to change, but the luxury to change? Bye, everyone.